Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to Del Mar for a brand new week of racing here in Southern California. I'm Kurt Hoover. Be with you throughout the day and the remainder of the meet as we get set for a nice 8-race program. Joining me is my friend Ryan Flanders. And Ryan, good Thursday card to kick off the week. A little bit of cloud cover overhead, but the temperature's nice and a nice breeze.
Yeah, temperature's nice. We got the breeze back going through the tent up here, so it's nice. I like it.
Yeah, good 8-race program. I helped to handle at the County Fair in Tillamook, Oregon last Friday. I'm going to help to handle here today, Ryan. What are we doing today's first race?
Yeah, today's first race, 5 furlongs on the turf. It's going to be tough to get past the number 3, September 64. Has some really sharp works for the Mike Pipey barn. Kazushi Kimura aboard once again. So I went 3-1 in here. I thought the 1 Reno has shown a lot of new speed in the works in the morning. So I went 3-1 in here. I think second time turf could certainly show improvement. Right now you're getting 4-1 on Juan Hernandez, who had a massive week last week.
Yeah, I flip-flopped the top two. I bet on Reno last time. I thought he ran very, very well. He's a half-brother to Cairo Memories, who was a multiple graded stakes winner on the turf for Bob Hess, a really nice filly. I thought he would improve on the grass, and he did. So I'm going to pick him on top right back. I'm with you on September 64. Out of a good dam, ran well with a little bit of traffic trouble, came back and worked that good half mile and 47 flat. So I am 1-3 in today's first race. On to the second, take out the 11, step it out. How do you see this one?
Yeah, difficult race, but I ended up going 9-1. The two major class droppers in here. Top pick to the number 9, Extinction. Turf to dirt, hoping it wakes this one up for Doug O'Neill. Kyle Frey aboard forward, dropping out of a starter allowance race last time. So I think the class relief is really what this horse needs. And so I went 9-1. The 1 also dropping out of some races. And the dirt sprints that he's had are not bad either.
Yeah, I'm with you on the 1. That's why I picked Blue Fashion. Takes the drop in class. Love the fact Hector Barrios rides back. Hector Barrios does not need to ride $10,000 claimers or taking class drops unless he likes the horse. He is back aboard. This is probably where she should have been all along, the non-winner's 2 life. So I put the 1 on top. For second, the 4-horse Aratium. Ran okay at Los Al. It was a slow race, but this is going to be a slow race. So 1-4 for me in race number 2. On to the third, we get back in action with the pick 6. Ryan, no carryover this afternoon. We start from scratch. You said to me earlier there's a lot of big scratches today, and here's probably the biggest one. The 5 tight squeezes out who would have been favored. What do we do now?
Yeah, now I'll go to the number 7, How Lovely. It's probably going to hurt her price a little bit. This one did her best work sprinting before coming to the United States, and then she tried routing on turf. She lost to Velocity, who's entered in the Grade 1 Del Mar Oaks this weekend. She lost by a lot, but I'm hoping the sprint turn back wakes her up a little bit. Freysu aboard for Doug O'Neill. And then I thought the 2 deserved a look, Sophistry. Fast work on 8-8 under pretty much a stranglehold there, so I'm looking for Serafin Carmona to have this one going forward, and should be nice, but I'm going to go 7-2 in here.
Once again, we flip-flop. I picked the 2 Sophistry on top. I've talked about this barn many times, the Sam/Herman Walensky outfit. They've won a race already at the meet. I don't think they've run too many at Los Al, but this horse aired at Los Al against an okay field. On top of that, if you look at the chart from the race 2 back at Gulfstream, that was a super tough race. The winner of that race went to Horseshoe Indy, won a $100,000 stake. The runner-up came back and won for fun. 4 next out winners out of there. Sophistry on top for me. How Lovely lost all chance going to the turn last time, was ranked, checked, just lost all chance. Might be a sprinter. You look at the races over in Europe on the sprinting, they were good. Like Freysu taking over. 2-7 for me to kick off the pick 6.
Thought the 3 special look also. I have that one marked for going longer. I think will appreciate the stretch out a little bit. So I want to see how she does today as well.
Big price too for Jerry Hollendorfer. On to race number 4. Scratch to 4 Rebel Lexus. This is the bottom for maiden claimers in Southern California. Field of 9 here in race 4. Yeah,
we typically see these bottom races kind of pan out in formful fashion. So I went 5-10 in here. I thought the 5 Dixie Delight has the strongest figures in this group, is going to be 4, and I think both of those are going to be the key to getting the win here, going 5.5. I thought the 10, though, did deserve a closer look on the turn back from the mile last time out. Could get that outside clean trip that we see work out so many times.
Yeah, I've talked about this often, Ryan. At Santa Anita, I called them the Pleasanton South races. Yeah. They are among the most formful races we have. Even though these horses have experience in Southern California, they are very chalky races. I picked the 6 Smiling Rapper for Bill McLean. I thought she ran pretty well, and I thought like she might have needed that race. She had been out in a couple months. Her work tab was very light. She actually galloped out in front. I wish it was 6 instead of 5.5 for her style, but I picked her on top. And like you, I thought Dixie's Light would be tough to beat. She's run 2 winning races. That number is going to get it done at this level, maybe today, for sure one of these times. And I can see her case for Oscar Knight. It's going to be fit off that route race at Los Al, too, which is a big plus with these cheaper horses. 6-5 for me in race number 4.
I was with you on Smiling Rapper as well. I would have liked to see this race at 6 furlongs for her.
Fifth race, Scratch the Alsos. Continues to be a bad meet for Alsos. We kick off the pick 4 here. What do we do in this one?
We do. I went 7-2 in here with also a little look to the 6. But the 7 Poker Night at V's, I was doing Daybreak the morning. She had that gate work on 8-10. It was very sharp. She was out of there. But I looked for her to stalk the pace a little bit here. I think the 9 Case Hit, your morning line favorite, and deservedly so. I think there's some other pace in here that might cause her to go a little, or cause him to be a little bit wide, and that might be to his detriment there. So I thought Poker Night at V's might get that nice stalking trip. And then number 2, Potito, with Tyler Gaffleone aboard, in town for the weekend for his mount aboard Lush Lips in the Del Mar Oaks. I like to see him out here. Second off the layoffs for Carla Gaines. This one took a big step forward first off the bench, so could take another step forward here.
It's hard to do, but we flip-flopped again. And we didn't talk about this card at all before we came on. I always talk about my little old-school notebook of horses to watch and bet back. Potito is in that notebook, so I like him on top today. Love the fact Tyler Gaffleone is riding a first-class rider, solid guy, in town to ride the weekend, as you noted. I love the fact he takes this call. This horse got shuffled back on the turn. I thought finished very well inside. The winner's a nice horse for Eagle Patriot. I think Petito will be tough to beat. Carla Gaines, you look at her stats, 4 for 27, but she's had lots of seconds and thirds. Her horses have been firing, so the 2 on top for me. And the 7 Poker Night at V's. This horse related to a whole bunch of nice turf winners, including a horse named Shinny, who was an 8-time turf winner. So 4th place finish, the only grass race, and I think is getting better. 2-7 for me in race number 5. On to the 6, take out the 2 and 14. The lucky 13 gets in. Final pick 3 on the card.
Yeah, final pick 3 with that low 15% player-friendly takeout. I'm going to go with the number 4, Halo Uncle on top. Just seems to be in really good form for the Jeff Bondi barn. Won last time out. I think there's enough kind of cheap speed in here to set it up for her again at 6 furlongs. I wonder how she'd do, or how he would do going maybe 6.5 or 7 even. But I like his turn of foot on dirt. So I went 4, and then the 8 Bags Gold. The Ryan Hansen barn is due to heat up at some point, and this one looks to have all the markings of a horse that could certainly win in here. Kind of a new face as well.
Yeah, I'm going to take a swing here on a big price horse. I thought the 7 Smiling Jojo could outrun his odds. It was in a barn that does not win very often, then transferred over along to Quinones. Now, you might say Quinones is 0 for 8 this year. That is true. But he is a solid trainer. He's won races down at Del Mar. He just has a very small barn. If you watch this horse's last race at Los Al, he absolutely exploded. There was a 2-5 shot in a race. He blew by like he was tied down. His races in Southern California are good enough. I like the fact he's worked at San Luis Rey twice, and I like Giovanni Franco getting on board. So bombs away. Smiling Jojo on top. Bags Gold, if you get a chance, Ryan, come down to the paddock and watch this horse. He is, I'll be kind and say, a little bit nuts. He's very, very hard to saddle. Bob Hess had him before. Paul Aguirre had him originally. Ryan Hansen's had him. He's very tough to get the saddle on. It usually takes at least 3 people, the trainer, the valet, and the groom to get the saddle on. So hopefully it works out. Once he leaves the paddock, he's fine. But he is very, very difficult. So make sure you watch him. I get the feeling, I haven't talked to Ryan Hansen, but that's why he's running him for 62.5. If somebody wants to take him, let them deal with him, because he's a very, very hard horse to deal with. He's the best horse on paper, but I'm going to take a bomb with the 7 Smiling Joe, 7-8. And I thought the 11 Gavia finished pretty well last time.
Yeah.
Eased twice, but he's kind of rounding into form too.
Yes.
All right, 7th race. We're at the mile and 3/8 distance, tricky distance for these fillies and mares. 8 go postward. How do you see this one, Ryan?
Yeah, Rosalie May on the outside. I didn't like the draw for this one. I had this one noted, waiting for the stretch out. The Michael McCarthy barn can always get to the bottom of runners. You never worry about that horse running out of stamina. But because of that outside draw, I went with the 3 Eternal Rain on top. Juan Hernandez aboard for Phil D'Amato. Just going to save that ground. Strong last race, I thought. I like the way that she finished that off, and I think distance is going to be her friend. So I went with the 3 on top, but the 8 Rosalie May, I'm curious to kind of ride Umberto's going to work out from that outside draw. That turn comes up quick going first of 3 turns.
I love these mile and 3/8 turf races, but I make the point over and over again. They are so different than even a mile and 1/8 because of the layout, because of the way the pace shapes up. They are very difficult races to handicap. I like the 4, I'm a Joker. I think she gets a great trip here. She won this condition already, going 1.25 miles. Then she's just against better horses in the red carpet to last year. She's in for 50 because she's won the condition. I love the fact Barrios gets on her, and I think she can either make the lead or be up close enough. So I put her on top. Thought the 7 Atia had a chance for Michael McCarthy. The 6, the best is yet to be, one nicely. The horse you like, Rosalie May, should get a good trip. But I'm going to the 4, I'm a Joker on top in race number 7. All right, 8th and final. Scratch to 1 Canoe for the win. We got 10 going here. This is going to be a slow race. Who's the fastest of the slow horses?
Yeah, this is going to be a slow race. You nailed it on that. I think the number 7, Goodbye Doll, is going to get my top billing in here. Blinkers on. I hope that focuses this runner up a little bit more. Drop in this field and hasn't quite been exposed to this level, which is always the key for these bottom-level maiden claiming races. And then the 3, Friends with Fidel, Edwin Maldonado for Bob Hess. Maldonado's due to heat up here at any point. And I like this connection with Bob Hess. It's a long-lasting one. Should be forward as well. And, again, I think that's going to be the key to this race. So 7-3 for me.
Yeah, I got a couple friends I went to high school with. They're in the partnership that owns Friends with Fidel. And I was telling my one friend last night, because he said Maldonado is blanketed to me. I said, don't worry about that. He'll get going. And he's one of Hess's go-to guys. This horse comes out of better races. He's not going to be 8-1. He's going to get bet today. The winner of that race went to Churchill and ran second in an allowance race. The horse who beat him last time of Mark Glatz. He's got some route pedigree. I think he'd be tough to beat today. I thought for a bomb, and maybe not a win tip, but a horse you get in a try or super, regarding Harry, who's in from Arizona, looked up his pedigree. He's related to nothing but route winners, all 2-turn winners. He's not real fast, but he's found his friends here. For Stacy Campo, who's a good trainer, I thought he might get a piece at a big price. After that, you're on your own. I could see about 7 or 8 horses winning here, right, Ryan?
No doubt, no doubt. This could be a race that kind of blows up the board at end the day here.
Yeah, it's a good gambling card this afternoon. Another beautiful day in Southern California. Ryan, thank you for your time. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Sounds good.
For Ryan, I'm Kurt. Thanks for watching. I'll join you, Paddock, in about 25 minutes.